welcome, thank you very much. I did the Comedy Store recently, and before I'd taken the mic out the stand, I'd heard, "Slaphead, you're a cunt and paedophile." So thank you very much. Very nice to hear. Yeah. So it's a little nerve-wracking doing stand-up comedy. What I tend to do is I start by imagining the audience naked.
You're welcome.
I did this big in Warrington, it fucking turned my stomach, I can tell you. So I'm a 52-year-old married nurse with children, and welcome to my midlife crisis, stand-up comedy. Too scared for a motorbike, too fat for a tattoo, too fucking ugly for a younger girlfriend. So I'm aware, tonight you're going to see many young, handsome comedians. Everyone doing comedies, they're young, they're good looking, but great facial hair. I'm obviously going to buck the trend. I personally think it's an advantage to be unattractive. It's good to be ugly if you're a stand-up comedian. You ever thought of doing a bit of stand-up, mate? But I read recently that the person that will live to be 150 years old has already been born. 150 years old. You youngsters, careful what you wish for. 150 years old. This is what 52 looks like. Can you imagine what 150-year-old testicles look like? I can already tuck lefty into my sock. So there's only so much you can do to make your face look a bit more interesting. I've gone for the kind of the semi-beardy sort of thing. It's all I've really got. I call it the shipman. As a nurse, not a great look in my profession, but what do you do? The other thing I've tried to do is I've tried changing my glasses. Every pair of glasses I've ever bought have just made me look like a fucking nonce. I tested out Glasses Direct's refund policy, really. Recently I just tested it out by putting in the reason for return makes me look like I belong on the sex offenders register. And I just got full refund, so fair dues Glasses Direct. Anyone here on the sex offenders register? Just me again. So as I say, I've been trying to make this a little bit more interesting. I'm not allowed to dress myself. My wife normally picks my clothes. I'm profoundly colourblind. And anything could happen if I was let loose near a wardrobe. Any males here? It's normally a man thing. Any colourblind men in the audience? Woo! Great. What's the first thing that people say when you tell them you're colourblind?
It's always, you see, is grey.
Yeah. Just see black and white. And they say, what colour is that? What colour is the carpet? What colour is my jumper? What do you do at traffic lights? People say, what do you do at traffic lights? And I say, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm just colourblind. I know the difference between top and bottom, for fuck's sake. It's not like I haven't turned up tonight with my fucking socks on my head, have I? Top and bottom, that's quite easy. But the other one is, what colour's my jumper? What colour's my trousers? What colour's the carpet? I don't fucking know. I just told you I'm colourblind. It really winds me out. You see, it'd be fucking great if I could remember that joke. It's quite a good one, isn't it? Yeah, I can't think of any other affliction or disability where people would do that, where you tell them something, you'd volunteer some information, and the first thing to do is turn around and test you. So I say, I'm colourblind. People say, what colour's my jumper? You wouldn't say, I'm paralysed from the waist down. Are you really? Can you do that? Disabled. No one else does have that. Really, really annoying. So I'm no threat to Daniel Craig. I mean, I appreciate that. I know what it looked like. I have got a mirror. Any James Bond fans in? Fantastic. New film Spectre is coming out. I'm a fan of James Bond. I do enjoy it. It's a good yarn. I'm prepared to suspend my disbelief, but only so far. If, so for instance, I could understand that you could hollow out a volcano and no one's going to say, where did you put the skip? I could understand that they get plenty of opportunities to shoot the cancer, no one ever does. And there's that guy who's given presumably a catalogue of every armament in the modern world, everything, AK-47, landmines, everything, grades. And he says, it's all right, boss, I'll stick with a fucking metal hat. So that's James Bond. But the one thing I can't suspend is the behaviour of Spectre's cat. Donald Pleasant's cat, because no other cat behaves like that. I've got 2 cats. I've never seen a fucking cat that behaves like that. He's sitting on his lap. He's giving James Bond all threats, usual cliches. Choose your next witticism carefully, Mr. Bond. It might be a lass. The cat's there going, yeah, fuck you, Mr. Bond. Yeah, choose your next witticism carefully. Well, a real cat wouldn't do that. Everyone knows that. Has anyone got a cat? Yeah. So we all know a real cat would be like sort of hanging on the curtains, you know, or licking his anus, or the cat's anus, not James Bond. And in reality, he'd probably sit on James Bond's lap. What a shitty joke that was. One for another act. But I've got cats and they are arseholes. I don't know what to do about them. I'm the only person, as far as I know, I have to catch mice in my own house while my cats wait to be fed. And they've gone off, sort of, you know, they've just upped the ante on food. They won't settle for Whiskers or kitty cat anymore. It's just the nicest, most expensive food is all they will eat. And their will is stronger than mine. It's got fucking kitty cat, panda eyelid and unicorn tears flavoured swan cat food is all they'll eat. But I think having a cat is a bit like, it's a bit like being involved in a abusive relationship. Because, you know, they're obviously seeing someone else. They're going for dates. Yeah? But when they come home, I'm kind of grateful. Yeah? Oh, he's come back. Shall I get you some fucking panda cup kitty cat? Yeah, so you're all nice to the cat. And the other thing that reminds me of being in an abusive relationship is when they fucking do something nasty, which is all the time, like take your fucking eyeball out or something. You can't say, well, I upset him. You know, it's my fault. Had I not stroked him like that, he wouldn't have fucking attacked me. So they are bastards. I really, really hate them, but love them also. You know. So listen, I've been married for 25 years. I've got a lovely wife. She's the brains, the outfit. She's just, you know, she's great. I don't know how I managed to do it, because she's lovely, good looking, all these great things that I'm not, and I can only presume she's just got low standards or something like that. And a little tip for any of the single lads out there is always marry a woman with low self-esteem. But she's given me 3 lovely children. They've all kind of flown the nest, fucking flown back again pretty sharpish as well. But they're all right, they've all grown up and they're kind of normal. I'm quite relieved, really, because you never quite know. No one knows how to bring up kids. It's a bit of a gamble, and the results are only really revealed when your kids have grown up, you know, and they've all grown up kind of relatively normal. There must have been a time, donkeys years ago, someone looking into a pram saying, "Oh, Mrs. Hitler, what a lovely baby you got there." You know, so anything could happen. They're all quite good. But my wife's lovely. We celebrated our 25th anniversary with a trip to Vegas this year, which was lovely. Had a bit of an embarrassing situation in the airport where I'm in the duty-free shop. Another duty-free shop, the headphone shop, the fancy headphone shop. So I've got me Bose noise-cancelling earphones on, giving them a blast, and the guy comes up. How do you say? What professional stagecraft there? Turn my microphone on. So the guy comes up and he goes, do you like the earphones, sir? And I just took them off and I'm feeling dead smug, you know. I am, after all, a stand-up comedian. And I said, they can't be that good. I heard you. And he said, you need to turn them on with that button there, sir. So, But anyway, Las Vegas, load of fun. It was nice to finally take the wife up the Grand Canyon. But my wife, she'll do many things for me. She'll do anything for me. She won't dance with me. My wife says that when I dance, this has been going on for donkey's years, she goes, you dance like a man that's had one of his shoes nailed to the floor. And they say true freedom is to dance like nobody's watching. Trust me, when I dance, every fucker's watching. But she's from Cornwall, St Austell in Cornwall. She has a lovely Cornish lilt, my wife. She's lovely accent that would lend itself very well to say comforting a sick child, something like that. But it's perhaps a bit off-putting when she uses it to talk dirty. Oh, I likes that. That be the spart lover boy. You're my big stallion. Feels like I'm shagging Long John Silver. Probably more so since she lost the leg. Just joking, just a joke. Married 25 years, trust me, you're not shagging each other anymore. Yeah. So listen, I've had a lovely few minutes. Sorry, that's me talking to you now. I'm not still doing my wife's sort of, critique of I've had a lovely few minutes. I've had a lovely few minutes. It's been very nice talking to you. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm a slaphead, a fat twat and a paedophile. Good night, thank you.